it's a real Paul Bunyan or not, but there certainly are a lot of wonderful stories about him. Stories that lumberjacks like to tell. Now, you remember last summer when we went on our vacation, we went way, way, way up north and saw all those great big forests, all those wonderful trees. Well, now, that's just exactly the kind of land, the land of big trees, where the legends about Paul Bunyan began. You remember that big tree we saw being cut down? Well, Paul Bunyan used to do that in a big way. Lumbermen today use a lot of big machinery to handle logs, but in the old days, it was different. Not much machinery, and lumbermen used to use horses an awful lot. But Paul Bunyan, he didn't use any horses, no sirree, and that's what my story is about. It was winter, the coldest winter the world has ever known. Why, it was so cold that everything turned blue, even the snow. Well, one morning after the snowfall, the greatest lumberjack in all the world came out to look. You know who it was? Huh? It was Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan, the biggest, roughest, toughest, bravest, strongest, tallest lumberjack that ever walked in the woods. Did I say tall? Why, Paul Bunyan was taller than the tallest trees. He was so big he didn't live in a house. He lived in a cave. One morning as he reached his cave, he heard something. There it was, a calf. But this calf was blue all over. "Come here, little blue calf," said Paul, and he picked the calf up out of the snow. And then he petted the blue calf and decided to take it home to his big cave. Inside the cave, Paul put the blue calf down. Then Paul gave the calf some soup. Oh, not your ordinary soup, but some hot moose moss soup. And the calf ate every drop of it. And pretty soon, by the warm, flickering fire, it slowly settled down and dozed off to sleep. Paul stretched out too, but he was thinking about a name for that baby calf. Baby. Say, that was it. He'd call the calf Babe. But that very night, the calf grew and grew and grew so big that it cut off the light of the fire. Paul got up and looked. The calf had grown into a tremendous ox. Why, its horns measured 42 axe handles and a plug of tobacco from tip to tip. "Babe, the great blue ox," said Paul. "That's what I'll call you." "Come on, we've got work to do." So Babe followed, and Paul said the ox was big enough to haul a whole forest of logs in one load. But then Paul was a pretty remarkable fellow himself. He swung his axe. Wham! Just one stroke. Wham! Wham! Down went the trees. Trimming the big trees was child's play for Paul. Why, in no time at all, he had a load. "All right, Babe," says Paul, "let's go." Babe, the blue ox, gave a mighty heave, and that load of timber moved along through the forest just as easy as if it were being pulled by 20 teams of horses. And that's the way it went. When Babe had pulled a load of logs up to the top of the riverbank, Paul would lift the sled up on end, dump the logs in one fell swoop. Just like that. Down the bank they'd go, tumbling into the river. Yes, sirree, Paul was mighty proud of the things he could do. And when he and Babe tackled a job together, why, the work they did will keep the lumberjacks talking about them forever. And that's the legend of Paul Bunyan and the Blue Ox. Of course, Now, there's lots of other legends that the lumbermen tell. They're very good, too, but right now I think you two had better go to bed, hadn't you?
Huh? Yep. Okay, Grandpa.
Attaboy.
Night, Grandpa.
Good night, Susie.
Hey, Grandpa. Good night.
Good night.
Night, Grandpa.